Is that a dream? I expected downfall. Instead, we get redemption. In Marty Supreme, Marty spends the entire film chasing a foolish dream. He lies, manipulates, steals, disappears for months, risks everything. Every decision pushes his life further toward disaster. And yet, the film ends quietly. A hospital room, a newborn child, tears. After the chaos of his life, that calm, restrained moment feels wrong. Because the more a film convinces us tragedy is inevitable, the more suspicious happiness becomes. The Safdie brothers built their reputation on anxiety-fueled stories about men who cannot stop making bad decisions. The pattern is clear. Recklessness escalates, pressure builds, and the story ends badly. So even before Marty Supreme begins, we think we know where it's going. Marty travels to Japan to play in a staged ping-pong match he's supposed to lose. When the promise of a real game collapses, he forces it anyway. The American businessman behind the event threatens to ruin him. Marty wins. We expect the usual Safdie spiral. Instead, we're soon back in New York. He runs from the airport to the hospital, but something feels off. He keeps asking if the baby is alive. He speaks only to nurses. His family barely says a word. Then he sees his daughter and breaks down. The moment plays like relief, but it also feels unreal. So the question creeps in. Is this actually happening, or is it a dream? Some films answer that question very clearly. In Brazil, the happy ending literally is a dream. The hero escapes a dystopian bureaucracy, rides off with the woman he loves, and then the film cuts back to reality. He's still strapped to a torture chair. His mind drifted away to survive the pain. Other films go the opposite direction. In Minority Report, the ending also looks almost too perfect. The corrupt system collapses. The innocent are freed. The hero reunites with his wife. Some critics even wondered if that happiness might be imaginary, but the film earns it. John Anderton begins the story broken by the loss of his son. When he chooses justice over revenge, the story resolved the way a classic hero's journey does. Happiness makes sense. And this is Steven Spielberg, a filmmaker who always finds light in the darkest places. Marty Supreme sits somewhere else entirely. The ending is not revealed as fantasy, but it doesn't feel like reward either. It feels like luck. Like the strange way life sometimes refuses to follow narrative rules. Stories usually punish reckless characters. Reality doesn't always bother. Maybe Marty's ending is just a pause before the next disaster. After all, the baby is named after Rachel's husband. There are small hints of kindness in Marty, moments where he shows restraint or lets someone keep an illusion instead of hurting them. But do those moments justify redemption? I'm not sure. There's a scene in the film where Marty asks his teammate Bella to tell a story about surviving Auschwitz. The same actor appears in Son of Saul, a film that ends exactly the way we expect. Devastating. And here he is, sitting in a luxury hotel in London, laughing about how he once covered himself in honey so other prisoners could lick it. For a few seconds, horror and absurdity exist in the same place. And for a moment, I imagined a different ending to another story, a happier one.